Earlier today, Tory and Lindsey caught up with actor Dean Norris. They talked about his popular role in Breaking Bad and his latest as a military dad. That's in today's Chatting with the Stars.
I should never got an attaboy when I came back from Grenada.
Because no one knew you went, or what it was.
That was a turning point in the Cold War.
It was more like the beach volleyball scene from Top Gun.
Dean Norris joins us now. Welcome to DBL, Dean. We're obviously so excited to dive into your new show, but I have to come clean first. I completely missed Breaking Bad when it was the right time to watch the first time around, but I just binge watched it all, the movie, everything, and now I'm watching Better Call Saul. So what did you think was going to happen, and what was your perfect ending for this anyway?
Well, you know, they kind of let me know a couple of, like a whole season earlier, how it was going to end. They actually had given me almost word for word the final line that Hank would say.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah. So I kind of knew it was happening about a year beforehand, and yeah, loved it. Loved it.
Is it ever too late for somebody to say, I just watched Breaking Bad? Like, am I getting shamed over here, or is that okay?
That's okay. Never too late. Netflix or however you watched it saved our show in a way, because most people watched it after it was on AMC.
That's true. I remember when I went to Albuquerque to shoot, and they're like, oh, next to our set is Breaking Bad. And I'm like, what's Breaking Bad? Never heard of that. And then I'm like, oh, my gosh, I can't believe we were next to it. I do want to ask you if it was difficult to move on from the role of Hank to something new, because critics are still calling what Lindsey just brought up, of course, one of the very best episodes in TV history. And I have to agree, I wrote a blog that's too long-winded about it. Was it difficult for the transition?
No, it was, you know, I thought it had such a great ending. You know, it was one of those shows where they could write it to the end, and it was like, okay, that's our little baby, and now we have to move on, you know? So, and part of the reason I kind of going into comedy is because I wanted to do something that was as far away from that kind of a show as one could do, you know?
Makes sense.
So now you're starring in the United States of Al, and I heard you were drawn to the show because it fits into our post-COVID world. Thank God. So can you explain what you mean by that?
Well, I just think it's a show with a lot of heart, and it's about people taking care of each other at the essence of the show. It's a Midwestern dad who has a couple adult, they're broken children, and he needs to kind of put them all together. And it was nice to have a show that had sweetness and kindness and people trying to understand each other after this kind of crazy year we've had.
Yeah, I used to watch it. I still do watch true crime, but lately I'm like, just want some Hallmark or something sweet,
something positive.
Yeah. United States of Al for me. I do want to know for you, what is more satisfying, landing a joke, right, comedically, or nailing a dramatic scene?
That's a great
Isn't
question.
It? That is a good question. I didn't
It is a good question.
It's good.
Well, I play golf, and we have the same. It's like, do you want to hit the perfect drive or the perfect chip? You know, ooh. So they're both satisfying in their own way. You know, because they're in the essence realizing the writing for what you see there and what it is. So if you can make that joke hit, it's really a great buzz. You know, to hear that audience laugh. And in a drama scene, it's like you just feel it with the person you're playing the scene with, you know. So they're different kind of highs, if you will. But I think, you know, both of them are great in their own ways.
They're both good. So I never land a joke, so I don't know what that buzz is.
Stop it.
Like.
She lands jokes all the time.
Thank you so much, Dean, for stopping by. We're such fans, as you can see. We're also professional. United States of Al airs Thursday on CBS, and it streams anytime on Paramount+. It's been an honest pleasure for both of us. We'll be right back.